Now we are going to discuss the universal law of gravitation. So what is the universal law of gravitation? Every object in the universe attracts each other. Every object in the universe attracts each other, which is directly proportional to the product of two masses. The product of masses of two objects. It is directly proportional to the product of two masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And this force is acting along the line joining the centers of two objects. I will repeat. Every object in the universe attracts each other, which is directly proportional to the product of two masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And this force is acting along the line joining two objects. So we can derive the equation for this universal law of gravitation. For that we have to consider two objects. So let us consider object A and B. Having mass capital M. A has mass capital M and B has mass small m. A has mass capital M and B has small m. And D is the distance between the centers of these two objects. D is the distance between the centers of these two objects. Okay, then according to the law of gravitation, universal law of gravitation, the force is directly proportional to the product of two masses. So mathematically we can write this statement as F proportional to capital M small m. Capital M is the mass of object A and small m is the mass of object B. So put it as equation number 1. Now the second statement is it is inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Mathematically we can express it as F proportional to 1 by d square. Inversely proportional to square of the distance. So F proportional to 1 by d square. Put it as equation number 2. Okay, now we can join these two equations because this gravitational force between two objects is taken as F, as that is same. So we can combine these two equations as F proportional to capital M small m divided by d square. That is F proportional to m by d square. So we can remove this proportional sign by putting a constant G, capital G, which is known as universal gravitational constant, which is known as universal gravitational constant. So we can write this equation, the third equation, as F equals G capital M small m by d square. F equals capital G capital M small m by d square. That is F equals G m by d square. So this is the mathematical expression for universal law of gravitation. By multiplying crosswise we will get F into d square equal to G capital M small m. Okay, F into d square equals G capital M small m. Okay, now capital G is equal to F d square by capital M small m. So from this we can find the SI unit of capital G. That means universal gravitational constant by putting the SI unit of force, distance and mass of two objects. So you will get Newton meter square per kilogram square. That means Newton into meter square divided by kilogram into kilogram. So you will get Newton meter square divided by kilogram square. The value of G was found by Henry Cavendish by using a sensitive balance, and it was accepted by all the world, and its value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. The value of G is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Okay, so this is very important question. State universal of gravitation and derive the expression for universal law of gravitation. That is very important question. Okay, usually asked. Now this law is universal because it is applicable to all the terrestrial and celestial bodies, whether it is a minute particles like atoms or molecules, whatever it is, to bigger objects in the universe like planets, stars, etc. So it is applicable to all the objects in the universe, whether it is celestial or terrestrial. Okay, and this law is also known as inverse square rule because F proportional to 1 by d square. So this law is also known as inverse square rule. And what are the importance of universal law of gravitation? What are the importance of universal law of gravitation? First of all, we all are bound to the earth due to the gravitational force of earth. Likewise, the tides happens due to the gravitational force between the sun and the moon, isn't it? So that is the cause of tides happens on the surface of earth. Then all the planets revolves around the sun due to gravitational force, and the moon revolves around the earth also due to gravitational force. So that are the importance of universal law of gravitation.